Hi, I'm Max.
And I'm Skylar.
Recently, we decided to start watching Bob's Burgers to see what it was all about.
And it didn't take us long to become completely obsessed with the show.
But one of the things we love the most about the show is the brilliant end credit sequences.
Which is why we created this podcast.
Each week, we're going episode by episode to talk about the elaborate end credits.
We're excited to have you join us right here on Bob's Credits.
We'll make sure that Bob's Burgers end credits get the credit they're due.
All right!
Chip chipperoo, my big sexy boys.
My favorite fish odor line from this episode.
If you're a big sexy boy, make some noise.
Well, there's our next t-shirt.
It's a great day for the big sexy boys of America.
Are you a big sexy boy?
I'm the biggest sexiest boy.
You know who is a big sexy boy?
Who?
Gene.
Oh yeah.
I mean a tiger too.
He's a sexy little tiger. He's a lot of things.
Yep. All right. Oh, you were going to take it away. Do it, babe.
No, we both were going to take it away. We both never know. I guess we should start this podcast?
Yes,
Okay.
Let's do it.
But first, we have a Patreon subscriber, and we have to burger pun their name.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us over on Patreon, Meg Sebastian. Moving forward, you will be known as the Egg Sebastian Burger.
Yum.
Little sea bass burger?
Like a sea bass cake, like a crab cake, but sea bass.
Yeah, kick his ass, sea bass.
What's that?
Dumb and Dumber?
Oh, I should have known.
Yeah.
That sounds delicious. But Meg, thank you. We're so glad to have you.
Meg has been plowing through all of our bonus episodes and
It's true.
commenting, and they've been so generous. Thank you so much, Meg.
What happened with Meg is they finished all of our main channel episodes and was like, I need more.
Yep.
And there are plenty more.
That's why we do it.
That's why we do it. So they're all over there.
Patreon.com/Bob's Credits. You get the episodes plus so many other things. Your name burger punt here on the show if you want it. Yeah, go check it out if you haven't already, or if you need more of this
Yes.
in your life.
Yes. I want to play some Max pun or Bob pun.
Okay, let's jump right into it.
Let's do
We are
it.
going back to the original burger puns.
Good.
Are you ready for your first pun, Skylar?
Yeah.
The Paprika Smurf Burger.
Bob's.
Yes. Okay, pressure's on. The I hope you had the lime of your life burger.
Max.
Yes.
Okay.
2 for 2. Your next pun is bedtime for garbanzo burger.
Max.
Yes. This is it. Ready?
Yeah.
Drum roll, please, Gene.
Gene.
Your final pun is cayenne, you peel the love tonight.
What's the peel? Do we have a tagline?
No, it's just a burger. They don't have taglines. I guess they do.
Bob's.
Max, no! I thought that was going to give it away when you asked me, and I was like, they don't have taglines, but they do have taglines.
But you said they.
Yeah,
so
well,
you
I tricked
me.
you.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Pretty good, though.
Thank you. I'm sad for you. That was so close.
I said pretty good for me.
Oh, I thought you meant
I
the
wasn't
puns.
complimenting you.
Oh, I always think it's always about me. I'm the big sexy boy. Biscuit's a big sexy boy too.
I'm so jelly.
Yeah, it's just how it works.
I want to be a big sexy boy.
You are a big sexy boy.
Yeah.
Everyone in
We're
this
talking
room
about
right
BOI,
now-
right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Max Miller, are you ready?
No, don't call me that. You know what to call me.
Oh, big sexy boy. Are you ready for Skylar Sides, the fun facts before the fun facts?
Dish it, big sexy boy.
Oh my God, thank you. We all know the episode, The Gale Tales, correct?
Yeah.
One of my favorite lines, or jokes, I should say, from that episode is when we're in Tina's story, and it's like the Jane Austen-esque storyline. Tina says, Gail, could you please pass me the bread? And Gail quietly says, sorry, I can't. I'm too shy. Like, it's one of my favorite lines from the show. It's very Jane Austen-esque, like Little Women. I just love it so much.
Explain it to me.
I can't explain it to you. If you don't get the joke, you don't get it.
I'm out of the loop. I'm always out of the loop.
You're not out of the loop. Did you not grow up watching like Pride and Prejudice?
Oh yeah, that's every every 7-year-old boy is like, I want to watch Pride and Prejudice.
I think it's like a female thing. There's always like a character that's like too shy to speak in front of the boys or something like that.
Oh, okay.
It's very okay.
Hilarious.
This isn't a joke that I should need to explain.
Got it. I am an idiot.
You're not an idiot. You just didn't grow up like in the same
I needed more
culture.
Keira Knightley in my life.
Exactly. Don't we all?
Got it.
Okay. Anyway.
Less pirates, Keira Knightley. More
Jane Austen.
Keira Knightley. Got it.
Yes. If anyone else has a better way to describe this joke to Max, let me know. That's not the point of the Skylar sides, though. I know this is a lot of other people's favorite joke, too, so you're not going to like this as much as I do.
I love it.
But I have a behind-the-scenes story about how that joke by the Molyneux sisters was written.
Perfect. Perfect for this episode, too, but we'll get into that.
We love a BTS story.
Like the band?
Behind the scenes.
Oh, is that their name? BTS?
Can I?
Sorry. They're big, sexy boys.
They are. Oh, just don't get us in trouble. Like,
okay.
I don't.
Okay.
Okay, so this is from Wendy Molyneux's Instagram account, and she shared the behind-the-scenes story of how this amazing line was written. Wendy basically says that her sister, Lizzie, the writing partners now, they used to do a bit with their mom and sisters called Lady Chatterteeth's Lover. And then they got assigned the Gale Tales episode, and they were like, you know what? Let's make Tina's essay called Lady Chatterteeth's Lover. So a direct anecdote from their childhood got put into this, and Wendy confirms that her favorite joke from the episode is the one that I just mentioned. Could you please pass the bread, Gail? Sorry, I can't. I'm too shy.
I like you performing it. It's great.
I do too.
Yeah. I love that came from their upbringing. It's just so special. Makes it even more special.
Do you want to be siblings with them? Because I do.
Yes, I would like to be a Molyneux.
Doesn't that sound like a delightful childhood?
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun.
My mom would be like, what are you doing? But I've already told the bit about how I watched Lady Chatterley's Lover with my mother, and that scarred me for life.
Yeah, that's not the one you want to watch.
A lot
with
of
your
full
mom.
frontal.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that is my cute Skylar sides. I'll give you a little trailer teaser for next week.
We get a Skylar sides sampler.
Yes.
Skylar
Not a
sides
sampler.
Yeah. Like a it's a side dish, but it's a sampler platter.
No, you're not getting anything.
Sample. A sneak preview.
Thank you. A sneak preview.
But you get if you're at Costco and you get a sample of something, it's just like a taste.
Oh my God. Our Costco samples just sneak peeks of food.
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly what they are.
All right. Next week, Sopranos themed.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
Is it just about the Sopranos? Nothing to do with Bob's?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Skylar and I just want to sneak Sopranos fun facts into our Bob's Burgers podcast.
Of course we do.
Should we get into this episode?
Dear God, yes.
Skylar, can we have the title and synopsis for season 9, episode 16, please?
The title is Roamin Bob-iday.
Babadook.
But yeah, I said it like Babadook.
I always, when I
Great
say it out
movie.
loud, it sounds like the Babadook.
Yeah.
How has there not been a episode that's titled the Babadook something?
Yeah, because the Bob.
Could be about like
Idook.
Bob being depressed.
Idook?
Just like the episode could be about Bob being depressed, so it's named after the Babadook.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
'cause
true. Maybe.
Grief, Bob going through some
Yes.
grief. Yeah,
Oh, it could also be a Halloween grief episode.
there you go.
I love it.
It writes itself.
It writes
Good
itself.
job.
Good job, us.
Sounds not funny at all.
All right. Here's the synopsis. Bob is burnt out. So Linda forces him to take the day off. After a short stint as a bread pervert, he ends up helping Patricia at Patricia's 77 Sandwiches. Meanwhile, Linda and the kids throw a last-minute baby shower for one of Mudflap's friends.
This episode came out on March 10th, 2019. It was written by Lizzie Molyneux and Wendy Molyneux and directed by Ian Hamilton.
Oh, totally on theme.
Yeah, I thought you did that on purpose, but I guess not.
I didn't.
Okay.
I did not do that on purpose.
They are responsible for this episode. Tell me your thoughts.
It's not my favorite episode.
Oh, wow.
I really like once Bob gets to Patricia's Sandwiches. I love that plot. And I love Tiffany Haddish as Patricia. I love Patricia. I didn't necessarily love the B story. The first half of the episode, I was kind of waiting for it to take hold for me. And part of this is, as I mention a lot, I've been having trouble sleeping. So I've been watching a lot of just like the best episodes of Bob's. And every time I watch one, I'm just like, this is the greatest show ever. And then I fall asleep. But this wasn't hitting for me last night until he gets to Patricia's Sandwiches. Now that I've just given you my honest thoughts, tell me yours.
I agree with you on the B story. The B story kind of feels like a redo of that Mudflaps B story.
Yeah.
Or Mudflaps story from...
But less funny.
Yeah. I think I enjoy the Bob stuff a little bit more than you did for some reason. I love that they're pointing out that Bob, while he is like sometimes unhappy with the monotony, he like does it.
Yeah.
Like he burns himself out and he doesn't know when to stop. And I feel like I do that sometimes. And like, I need you to like, let me know. And you do that sometimes too. And I have to be like, Skylar, you're burnt out.
Yeah.
You have to stop. So I can really relate to that. Like being told you have to stop and not realizing you're burnt out until it's way past that point.
I actually have a Max anecdote that I was going to share.
Love it.
Literally because of this. But I want to be really clear.
Was I kissing a mustard burger?
Yeah. You do love mustard.
I love mustard.
The back half of this episode is fantastic to me. And I love Bob as the protagonist of an episode. And the end of this episode makes me cry every time I watch it. And we can get to that in a second. I'm not saying...
Is it the afterbirth? In the restaurant?
Oh my God. When Louise is like, do you want some? We have extra. And they use his precious buns to sop it up. Oh, I do love the bread pervert joke. I find it really funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so Max and I we went to go puppy sit my mom's dog at her place in Santa Barbara. And something I have to do before we shake up our routine or go on a trip or whatever it is, I always say, Max, what is your intention for this trip? Because I need to set the intention. Because I work in social media, I can just work 24/7. My clients expect me to work weekends and it's just never ending. So I always ask Max, what's your intention? And I said, my intention for this trip is I am taking a vacation. We haven't had a real vacation. I don't even know when. I work on Christmas morning. I post it's like nuts, okay? I need to work on it. So I say, Max, what's your intention? And Max says, after me, he's like, yeah. That's my intention too. Let's do the vacation thing. Let's take some time off. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm heading out of the apartment on Friday morning once we're down in Santa Barbara. And I'm like, what are you going to do while I'm out for 45 minutes? I was leaving for 45 minutes. And Max says, I think I'm going to work. And I was like, what? I was like, why? You can't take one day off? One day? And I was like, I'd really encourage you to like take a walk, watch TV, like anything.
No.
What was that about? I want to know.
Work. You know, all I've learned from this episode that all play and no work is what makes me a big sexy boy.
I did not like the fish odor part of this. I was like,
Really?
why is this here?
Oh, I mean,
The sunset was so gorgeous, though.
I'll take any excuse for a Fish Odor song, and I'll take any excuse for Bob and Fish Odor doing their thing.
That's true.
So I guess I enjoyed it more than you did.
Yeah.
And honestly, I could have gone for even more Fish Odor and Bob cruising around doing nothing.
Yeah, they are great together. Yeah, so I can't wait to talk about the end of this episode because I get really weepy. But you talked I feel like I've been talking so much. Tell us about what you liked about the bees story. I want to hear your thoughts.
Before that, I just want to say that if you want to support my workaholism, go watch our YouTube video where we make Mrs. Winthorpe's 7-layer parfait flambe, because I worked really hard editing it. We worked really hard shooting it, and we would just love for you all to watch it and make it worth me foregoing my vacation time for 45 minutes.
How many hours did that take you to edit?
Very long time. I really spend a lot of time on the editing, and because I want it to be fun and enjoyable and not just us on screen sitting there making something and it's boring.
You did an amazing job with the edit.
Thank you. I'm not looking for that. I just want people to enjoy it as well.
Yes.
That's all.
It is fun and delicious.
Yeah, it is. What did you ask me before that?
Tell me about the B story. Tell me about like what you liked about the A story.
Again, I like Bob and Fish Odor together. What I don't like is that this is where we first meet Grover Fish Odor, and as everyone knows, I'm not a big fan of Grover Fish Odor in the movie and his extended scene and song
monologue
in the movie. I think it really slows down the movie.
Now that we're talking about it, why do we meet him here?
Because we learned that this is like their lawyer to cover them for any sketchy things they get into, like snail racing or whatever they're doing.
But we have seen so many antics with the two brothers, and they've never had a lawyer present.
I don't know. You have to ask the Molyneux sisters.
Like, did something get cut? Do we need him? Let's what I'm saying is let's look in the back half of the season we're covering right now. Did he need to be planted in this episode for a payoff in a different episode?
I think he only has one other appearance when they have like the little speakeasy, I think. We haven't done that episode yet, right?
No, we haven't done it yet.
I think that's him, and then he's in the movie.
So is it season 9 though?
No, I think it's actually, I have it here. Hang on one second. Oh, I don't. It's season 11, and then he's in the movie.
I don't understand why they take, this is 22 minutes of writing. I don't understand why they take half a page of dialogue to be like, this is our cousin. He is a lawyer. Like heavy exposition.
Let's watch it real quick.
Okay.
Felix. Grover. Bob, this is Grover Fish Odor. He's our cousin and our lawyer.
Oh, what is this place?
It is a private social club that is well within its rights to host any number of animal strength contests.
Snail wrestling, Bob.
I'm sorry, what?
Snail wrestling.
If you're joining us, I will need you to sign a waiver. Have you ever had diphtheria or snail tail?
Neither.
What do you say, Bob? Care to snail?
I'm gonna go try to enjoy my life. Have fun with your snails.
What snails? No snails here. No. How dare you? Shame on you.
Okay, a few things that I want to say here real quick. First of all, Felix is in the scene and he doesn't say a word. It's very weird.
He goes downstairs really fast.
Yeah, maybe they couldn't get Zach Galifianakis for the day, so they're like, let's bring in a new Fish Odor character and call in David Wayne, who does the voice of Courtney.
Oh.
Which is why maybe Grover sounds familiar to you. Also looks a lot like David Wayne, honestly, with the glasses and stuff.
Yes.
So I wonder if that was
inspired
made to
by
look
it.
like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's snail wrestling, by the way. I said snail racing. Snail wrestling sounds way better.
It sounds way better. You killed the snail.
Shh, don't tell people that. It was an accident.
It was very much an accident.
It was dark in Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
I was trying to vacation, trying to relax, see what happens. I should have been working. And I stepped on a snail I could not see.
It was pitch dark and there was hundreds. Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I just need a moment.
Okay.
Okay. I need Grover to come over here and make you sign something.
Yep.
I also just want to point out real quick that the area they're in is the same area where we see them kind of like go in the Bleakening, like the sketchy, like
yes.
This is where all the sketchy stuff happens apparently.
Yes. It also looks like the area from the movie where the townies have their, what do they call it? Where they sing Lucky Ducks?
Yeah, that's where they're set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Okay, but tell me what you think, why Grover is here, why he's introduced, what's the reasoning, or...
I don't want to start a conspiracy theory. It's funnier than I remember. Like, all I remembered was like, I am a cousin and a lawyer. I don't know. I like your theory about why, if you're gonna have Felix in a scene, why isn't he participating more? I don't know. I don't want to start a conspiracy theory, but something feels logistical to me here.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he was, Grover Fisher was like last minute, but who knows? Because I feel like Felix could have said all this stuff himself too. Like, you don't have to be a lawyer, but Felix can be there, be like, we have to sign NDA, blah, 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 you know?
Yeah,
I don't...
exactly. Very interesting. Very Nat. We got a pink suit. And I believe the Molyneux sisters introduced Nat. Interesting.
I'll make my final say when we get to that episode in season 11. It's been a while since I've seen that episode, and I need to see Grover and see kind of the transformation between this and in the movie.
Yeah. And do they use exposition in season 11? Do they re-explain it all? Because between season 9 and 11, that's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I don't know. As a writer, I'm very interested in exposition. How do you do it well without doing like an information dump? I think brilliant character intros are something I idolize a lot as a writer. Do you have an example off the top of your head, like one of the best character intros?
From Bob's Burgers?
No, just in general.
Oh, I mean, I feel like we've been doing our like third rewatch of Superstore, and Superstore has a lot of really good, like, because they have so many good side characters.
Yes.
So there's a lot of good character intros that way.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just talking about David Wayne. David Wayne, it shows up in season 5 of Superstore as a side character. He's like he works at like the eyeglass center in the store.
Yeah.
And he's hilarious.
Yeah. They just like slip characters in really well. We also mentioned that game night. I know we talk about this movie. Can we get a game night sponsorship? Like, we are never not talking about this movie. But,
yeah, we need to just do a full podcast where we just talk about this movie once a week.
Yeah. But they do a really good job because it's a very fast-paced movie, and there's a lot of characters in it. And so they bring this really, like, dumb Gen Z, like, obsessed with Snapchat, and I work at Sephora. So the friends all have to explain things to her because she's new to the group, and that's like a great way to get exposition in about like the world of these characters without being like, hello, I am the rich friend.
Yeah. Remember, brother, when mom and dad used to take us to McDonald's, you know? Yeah.
We were brothers
and we were
in
brothers.
the car.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it was our mother and father.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Anything else you want to say about this episode? I do want to talk about the end. I do want to talk about Bob. I love Bob.
I mean, I have some fun facts. I have some voice actors who popped up. Okay. So we get Todd Barry as Joel, who is the owner of like the bread roll truck.
Okay.
Todd Barry's a comedian, and he's done a bunch of voices on the show. Last we heard him, he was Andrew, who was the waiter at the Special Girls restaurant in the Labyrinth.
Okay.
In season 7.
Okay.
Back as Mudflap is Wendy McLendon Covey, who is from Bridesmaids and the Goldbergs. Any guesses who voices Goldie?
No.
No guesses at all.
A Molyneux sister.
No, but she does voices on this show all the time.
Oh, Dill.
Yes, Brooke Dillman.
Brooke Dillman.
I mentioned David Wayne. And while we're talking about voice actors, H. John Benjamin was nominated for an Annie Award for Best Voice Acting in TV and Media for this episode, and he ended up winning it. Which I knew before we rewatched it, and it's a great Bob voice episode. There's a little bit of everything for Bob. He's funny. He's doing all his like food voices. He gets to sing.
True.
It's a great voice acting episode for H. John Benjamin, so it makes sense to me.
And maybe this is a good transition. He has this monologue and song about how much he loves his family and his job. Like, it has everything: emotion, funny voices, singing.
Yeah, it really makes you like, you think H. John Benjamin is just coming in and doing his
Bob.
typical, monotone, but there's so much more to it. It really is a great performance. Because you can hear him, like, it sounds like him when he does Archer, but Archer's a completely different performance, even though they sound alike.
Good point.
The pigeon from the commercials is a little bit different.
I love the pigeon from the commercials.
Yeah.
I just hear Bob Belcher.
Yeah.
What is it about every commercial having pigeons in it in 2024?
This is the year of the pigeon, I guess.
So many commercial pigeons.
Talking pigeons.
Man.
Shout out to my favorite talking pigeons from Animaniacs, the good feathers.
Love it. Don't know what you're talking about, but I love it. Okay. The end of this episode makes me cry every time.
Yeah, you got choked up. I heard some Skylar sniffles happening over there.
This is the second time that's happened. And I normally, if I've seen something, I don't feel emotional because I've already seen it, but it's twofold for me. First of all, I love the song at the end. And I love the animation, Bob standing on the big pile of burgers. I would like to listen to it, but let me do my spiel first. How much Bob loves what he does every day is very moving to me.
I agree.
And I have to say, I'm a little jealous. I feel like I'm still figuring so much out, and it like gets a little bit harder because I keep getting older and keep feeling like I don't have my career figured out yet.
Join the club.
I'm like crying. But he shows up every day and gets to do something that he really loves, and he knows where to be, and he knows how to do it, and he's perfected it. Now, you can like rest in your laurels and get burnt out and not push yourself. Like maybe Bob's problem is he gets stuck in the comfortability of what he's doing.
Join the club, Bob.
But I think if you wake up and love what you do every day, you are one of the luckiest people ever. And the fact that, he's like, it's really moving to me. Really, really, really moving. And then he turns the corner and sees his family, and it's like, I have burgers and this family, and I'm just like, slap me dead. This is amazing.
It is pretty special.
Can we listen, or do you have anything you want to add to that?
No, let's listen to it.
Nothing makes me happier than the smell of a freshly baked bun. Nothing makes me happier than a burger that's perfectly done. Oh, the crumpled up napkin all covered in grease.
I'm just falling at this point.
That you'll call the police. It's not bragging to say that they might cause world peace. Nothing makes me happier than cooking again and again. But nothing makes me happier than them.
Are you crying?
No, I'm not crying. I love it. The choreography.
When Bob starts doing like a sidestep.
And then he leans over and it brings us to the next shot. And then the food carts doing very musical spins.
It's great. And also, great, again, H. John Benjamin, amazing in that sequence.
Amazing.
I also want to point out that there's a moment where he's climbing over like the mountain of burgers,
yes.
and you see 3 burgers fly by, like in the picture in
the framed photo in the restaurant.
Yeah, I'll put that in our carousel on Instagram, so make sure you're following us. Bob's credits over there.
I'm really craving a hamburger.
I'm always craving a hamburger, to be honest. I have one more fun fact, and then we should get into the end credits.
Okay.
So shortly after this episode, a Patricia's 77 Sandwiches account popped up on Instagram. I think it was fan created. It's still there. It hasn't been.
Stop.
It was like it had like 2 days of posting, and then someone was like, what am I doing this for?
People think it's easy to continue to show up to an Instagram. It's not.
Talk about burnout. We work so hard on our Instagram.
You just sounded like Bob in his like high voice.
I feel like Bob.
Says the man who just started a Disney Instagram account.
Not Disney. All theme parks. Thank you very much.
Hey,
if you're a theme park person, go follow me. E-ticket memes. Why not?
Wait, I have to look this up. It's called 77.
It's just Patricia's 77 Sandwiches, all one word. There's like 2 days of posting, and it's like a fun little Easter egg to check out It's like from her point of view, and there's like a
Steve B.
Steve B rates it, and then she like posts some of the sandwiches and talks about it.
Oh my gosh. I would make one of these sandwiches on our YouTube if anyone's interested in that. Wait, they committed like hard for like 2 days.
Unless it was created by one of the animators on Bob. How many followers did that account have?
116, which is a lot for 2 days of posting.
Yeah.
And they are following, it's who's following them, because if there's people on the show following them, no, it looks fan. It's a fan. It's not.
Well done. It's a fun little Easter egg, even if you're not posting on there anymore. We understand why you wouldn't be, but let's get into these end credits. The last few moments before the end credits is Bob has come into the aftermath or afterbirth of his restaurant.
Okay.
Hi, Dad. I'm a doula now.
And I'm a father.
If you want some afterbirth, I think there's still a bunch on the floor. No one's called dibs.
Did you guys use buns to clean up the blood? They're fine. Don't be a princess. Oh, you are all fired. You're the best in the sandwich game. How many sandwiches can we make?
Okay.
I love these end credits.
Tell me what's happening in these end credits.
Okay. Classic end credit sequences in the kitchen. Bob, Louise, and Tina are all bouncing to this little ditty that they're singing. Like to point out again, Louise's calves must be on fire.
Yeah, this is her go-to move when she's
This is
working
her
in the
go-to
kitchen.
move.
Yeah.
And then we have Patricia. That's a hard name for me to say. Patricia
Yeah.
singing
In the window.
in the window. And they ask, how many sandwiches can you name?
25.
Salmon, cream cheese, onions, and chives.
31.
Turkey meatloaf on the artisan bun.
Number 3.
Fancy peanut butter and jelly.
14.
Swiss salami and aioli, queen.
Ooh.
Patricia's doing all sorts of dance moves as she's singing these
And they're great.
lyrics. Yeah. And Linda makes her appearance in the window, and Bob does like a little finger point. It's great, up in the air.
Bob. He's in on it.
3.
Turkey, bacon, peanut butter, honey.
42.
Sriracha turkey on French bread, boo.
56.
Hams with some mayo with a spring mix.
69.
69, I just say nice.
87.
87, don't be trying to trick me. It was a good year.
So Tina does some finger points. Bob puts his spatula up in the air. There's all sorts of dancing going on as Gene just makes his appearance at the very end in his burger costume.
The first time we listened to this just last night, it wasn't the first time, but you know what I mean. I didn't hear that she said 69. I just say nice.
That's my favorite part of the song. It's so funny.
My favorite part is 67, don't be trying to trick me. And Linda goes, or 87, I mean. And Linda goes, oh, that was a good year.
Yeah. Do you want all the lyrics?
Yeah.
You're the best in the sandwich game. How many sandwiches can you name? And this is the numbers they do. 25, salmon, cream cheese, onions, and chive. 31, turkey meatloaf on an artisan bun.
Yum.
Number 3, fancy peanut butter and jelly. 14, Swiss salami and an aioli queen. 30,
In aioli queen.
and aioli queen.
Okay.
33, turkey bacon, peanut butter, honey. 42, sriracha, turkey on French toast, boo. 56, ham Swiss and mayo with a spring mix. 69, I just say nice. 87, I don't have 87. Don't be trying to trick me. It was a good year. I mean, the lyrics and the performance to sing these lyrics, which are very difficult.
Do you think she was reading it? I don't think I could memorize it.
Yeah, but I think it probably took a lot of tries to get it. Alone, that is going to bump my score, but it's a great vocal performance. Really is. Should we score them?
Yeah.
We score on a scale of 1 to 10 H's at the end of Tina's Who wants to go first
You can
here?
go first.
I'm going to give them a 9 H's.
I'm going to give them a 9.7.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I love how it tied in to the episode. I love her vocal performance. I love that the family's all in it. And then Linda's line really makes me laugh. So to get like an extra belly laugh out of the episode, I really like. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the song is incredible. The lyrics are some of their best. And just like the whole family dancing along, singing this. I'm a little sad that Gene doesn't get into it a little bit, but
Yeah. He was like,
know.
oh, I got to get into the burger costume for this.
yeah.
Was
But
he
I
in
mean,
the burger costume?
Yeah, but he doesn't like even dance or anything. He just
He
kind of.
loves dancing.
I know. I feel bad for him.
My big sexy boy.
He is the biggest, sexiest boy.
He is the original.
Those are the end credits to Roamin Bob-iday. Thank you, everyone, for listening. What do we got to say here, Skylar?
Stay aioli.
Okay.